serious. And I think that's what I really like about Lorie. She's a problem solver. So she takes the emotion out of the experience and focuses on solving and coming up with the solutions to whatever is happening at the moment. So I think if that's something, if we could all learn from Lorie, and certainly I do as well. So I guess in terms of everything that she's brought to the party here in ABWA this past year, I think we're very fortunate to have had her as our national president. She has a great speech planned, I'm sure, and she's going to free range it. So I think you're going to enjoy her closing remarks. I'm not sure if she's coming out in an Elvis costume or not. I mean, that could be a possibility. So Lorie Burch, the Lorie Burch, the 2013-14 national president, the Lorie Burch. Are you ready? Oh my God, where'd she go?
Renee would have more things to say about me. All right, whatever, it's my time. Heard that, Brian. 10 years ago, I took a risk by starting my life all over in the wake of a family tragedy, and I joined ABWA. 5 years ago, I stood before you, revealing myself in a way that I never imagined I'd be brave enough to do as a top 10 businesswoman. And today, I stand here actually struggling with words to express what it means to me to have been your national president. It has been quite a journey. Now, while I know that there's so much more that I want to accomplish this world, and I anticipate still being very involved in ABWA, so I apologize now to those who are anxious to get rid of me. I will not take for granted how much this moment, how much this year has meant. Now, while I joined ABWA 10 years ago, I have been attending ABWA events since I was a high school kid with my mom, my ABWA sponsor, and my original mentor who shaped who I wanted to be as a business leader, as a person, and as a woman. And never would I have imagined then that one day I'd be the president of this association. And my family has always believed in me and been a part of this journey. My sister Julie has always been my greatest cheerleader, my sounding board, my very best friend. There's never been a moment in my life since she held me in her arms as a baby, because she's so much older than me, that she didn't believe that I could do anything and that I didn't deserve anything short of my greatest expectations. And I know that my family's always been there to support me, and they've always expected great things from me. And last year, my family was extended when my mom got remarried to Mr. Dan Schaus, who I know loves me the way only a father can. So to find that same kind of love and support and mentorship in ABWA, I know I am blessed. And there are so many of you who have been a part of this journey from the beginning. I will never forget when Lena Lawson came up to me right after my top 10 speech and said, I should run for president. not of ABWA, of the United States. And Lena has become one of my go-to confidants, and so much more than a friend, truly a sister. And I know that Joanne Osby and Dee Kirtley are there with you on the presidential campaign because they've actually been wanting me to run since before I was even a DVP. I wish that I really had the time to go through each and every one that has made such a difference in my life. From the ladies of Outlook Positive Express Network to every single member of my campaign team, I know that I would not be here without you. To all the members through all my travels who I wish I could name one by one, just know that all your smiles, all your hugs, all your amazing words of encouragement have inspired me to do more, to be more. From members who've been a part of ABWA for decades to young up-and-comers like Corinne Carell and Christine Decatur, you all have been fantabulous. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but Christine and Corinne actually asked me to give them a shout out and use the word fantabulous, so there you go. Where's my shout out, ladies? There you go, there she is. And of course, to the 8 amazing women who have served as my board. I am so proud of the work that we've done, and we've done a lot. And I know that I've expected a lot, but you have risen to each and every challenge and exceeded my expectations. We finally got our planned giving program off the ground, a plan that was originally put in place by the 2011-2012 National Board of Directors and continued to be worked on by the 2012-2013 National Board of Directors. Did I get that right, Toby? Thank you. And I know that we'll continue to evolve with this plan, but it will be an awesome and strategic way to continue to grow our fund that helps change women's lives in education and in business. We have worked very hard to help connect you on the local level and with various leagues to help share successful strategies through our district president's team board, through WIN resources, especially our partnering program, also started by the 2011-2012 board, as well as having leagues share their best practices strategies. We participated in the Business Journal's Mentoring Monday event where ABWA was represented in 23 different cities, and that's something that they're going to do again this next year. We've worked very hard to have open lines of communication and to be very, very visible with you, including traveling all over the country, hosting several district conference calls to help you on the local level be connected with the national initiatives, as well as educational and, dare I say, fun videos. We have new formations springing up all over, and ABWA is experiencing growth that we have not seen in years. DVP candidates. Oh, DVP candidates. I told you last year that this would be the first year since our critical and necessary bylaw change that we would have at least 3 candidates per district so that this year every district would have a vote for their vice president. And I've seen something so amazing evolve from this initiative. Ambassadors and members throughout the country have taken these women under their wings and truly supported them and mentored them and encouraged other members to run, so that we will truly have a more sustainable recruitment strategy for years to come. In conference attendance. Now, while we quite didn't get to our goal, we are gaining momentum. And I know before long that we will have 1,000 or more in no time. Now, I was recently asked, what am I most proud of this year? And while I can point to any of those successes, what I am truly most proud of is how we got here. By being a team through loyalty, respect, kindness. When we first came together, we knew that we were 9 distinctly different women, a truly diverse board. And we embraced our differences and became united under one vision, one mission, to advance our association. All right. Next time, write that in as a good lifeline. We bonded right out the gate with our endless and boundless pursuit for DVP candidates, the 18 Plus Club. And I want to take a minute to address those ladies who didn't advance this time. And that's to tell you that you all have made a tremendous difference in this association. I have seen you grow and stretch throughout the year. And while I hope many of you will run again, you all have a vital part to play in our future. And I want to take this moment to thank you for your courage. I also want to share with you what I shared with my board, knowing that not all of them would advance this year. And that's to not let this tarnish your experience. There are so many things that I had wanted that I didn't get, whether it was a job or a relationship or recognition. But every single one of those perceived setbacks turned to something so much better for me. It turned me to ABWA. So while I know that you are understandably disappointed, don't let that turn to bitterness and resentment, because you are on your journey and there are great things in store for you. Maybe it'll be running again, or maybe not. But if you hold your head up high and be grateful for this step in your journey, you will find success, I promise you. After all, I'm glad I'm not being timed. After all, if it weren't for 4 of the amazing DVP candidates I had on my board, taking another chance, or even a second chance or a third chance, I would not have had 4 of the most remarkable women serving with me. And I know that my board that didn't advance this year will join me in being this board's biggest cheerleaders. The bonds of sisterhood on the national board are like none other. And when I think about my last 3 years, it's truly those women who have shaped my life the most. Barbara Jenkins, Lisa Montross, Dr. Tracy Jackson, own it girl, Meg Bell, Orm Orlando, Tammy McDaniel, Caitlin Devine, Nancy Griffin. We have shared so much this year. We've shared a lot of laughs, we've shared some tears, nicknames, inside jokes, and banana phones. And you all have truly, sweet, made this the best year of my life. And my board last year, Bryna Dombrowski, we bonded over our love of animals, red wine, and politics. That's right. Michelle Crone, where are you? Raise your hand. How awesome is it as national president to call a board sister and tell her that she is a national top 10 businesswoman? Toby Page, I still cannot understand a word you say. But I understand your smile and your hug and your passion to always step up and contribute. Lois Margolin, you are such a hard worker with great ideas, a larger-than-life persona, but it's the things that you do quietly that, to me, most shape who you are. Whether it's attending a funeral of somebody you hardly know just to support a grieving ABWA sister, to arranging a dream of a lifetime behind-the-scenes tour of my favorite team's stadium, to all your amazing cards, calls, and sweet texts. And of course, our leader, Tina Ackles. my songwriting buddy. We can finally start our group. And if there's one attribute of a leader that I know I can say about you is that no one can ever question your love for ABWA. Which leads me to my first year board, a truly special year that shaped everything that I wanted to be as a president. Paula Clutter, you can join the rap group with me and Tackles. Now I'm going to tell you, while she will write bad words, she won't say them. Eileen Royer, she's secretly the best dancer in ABWA. And you have the warmest, kindest smile I have ever known. Jen Childress, my fellow hatchling, how amazing was it to literally see you grow more confident as a leader. You are so positive and optimistic before 9 p.m. And Carolyn Parks, you are such an inspiration and always carry yourself with such class and dignity. And while it has been an honor to see you shine, the Carolyn that I admire most is the one that I got to know one-on-one. You are so resilient and brave with a heart of gold. Michelle Andrews, we clicked right away with a very common vision and followed that up with the hard work to carry those ideas to fruition to get to see them actually happen. It has truly been a special journey with you. The only thing I don't miss are the 45-minute stories about Mama Cat. Hattie Vargas, I am truly your mini-me. There are so many jokes that only you and I get, as much as Gandhi tries to play along. And I could say so many great things about you. I could say I admire how strong you are. I could say that you have one of the most amazing visions and dedication to advancing women. I could say you're one of my very best friends. But I would hate to ruin our special bond with a moment of sincerity. So I think I can say it best this way. I hate how much I love you. It's awful. And Tina Gandy, the one who inspired me in this journey. And not only did you say that you believed in me, but that you would be there every step of the way, and you followed through. And I don't know many people that do that. It's one thing, and it's a great thing to say that you support somebody and to encourage them, but to actually take so much time and energy to nurturing them and mentoring them and seeing that through, that's a very special kind of leader. That's a very special kind of person. You were my first president, and the president I wanted to be. You're the one who showed me how to create a team and how to use that to accomplish great things. So truly, the legacy of this year is as much yours as it is mine. And Renee Street. I learned right off the bat what a special relationship it is between the national president and executive director. I'll never forget sitting in my office shortly after becoming president and getting one of those emails. Presidents, one of those emails. And I remember thinking, thank you, Lynn. And I remember thinking, all right, now it's time. This is what's going to show your salt here. How do I best respond? And immediately Renee called me and she said, you know, Lorie, I've got your back. And I'm here for you, and we will talk about how to handle these things. And suddenly I realized I'm not alone. And we had a great time working together, coming up with strategies, talking about all of you and how messed up you are. And And I know there are many times that I pushed you and stretched you, and more times than I can count, you were the calm in my storm. And so in many ways, I kind of feel like Dorothy before she's about to go home, when she looks at the scarecrow and says, I think I'll miss you most of all. Years ago, I was on the verge of reinventing myself. 5 years ago, ABWA became my safe place by more than accepting me in spite of who I am, but celebrating me because of who I am. And today I pass the torch to Nancy and her team. And I love our installation ceremonies because it's not just a commitment from the board, but it's a commitment from membership and us as a collective. So I want to close with a few words of advice, some lessons learned that I've gained over the last 3 years. I've often been reminded this year of my favorite Gandhi saying, be the change you wish to see in the world. And I know that many of us ascribe various meanings to this statement, but I want to share with you what it means to me and what it means in the context of leadership. I have learned to make a difference, you have to choose to actually be the vision of what you want to become and not to be distracted by temporary setbacks, negativity, and criticism. You can choose to live in a higher, more eternal truth of unwavering determination and optimism. If the world around you is not as you envision, then you be the vision. Be confident in where you are going. Be grateful, forgiving, positive, and focused. And if you live in that world, the noise and distractions fade away, and you can actually change the world around you. Which leads me to the message that I have for membership and that I have for us as a collective. In the words of Abraham Lincoln, we are not enemies, we are friends. We must not be enemies. Though passion may have strained, it must not break our bonds of affection. The mystic chords of memory will swell when again touched, as surely they will be, by the better angels of our nature. Now, I don't know everything. I have contemplated that. But if there's one thing that I know for sure, is that if we are going to continue to stay relevant, if we are going to continue to advance our mission and continue to create more equal opportunities for a diverse group of women in business, education, and leadership, the only way we will get there is together. And there are so many things we use, so many false divisions that we create to prevent us from working together. There's so many reasons we judge each other. How we look, how much we weigh, our age, our education, the color of our skin, who we love, what shoes we wear, or what state we're from. Ladies, we are human, I understand. But these judgments will surely prevent us from seeing another 65 years. Not our legacy. I agree with Eleanor Roosevelt when she said small minds discuss people. Average minds discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. So let me appeal to the better angels of our nature and ask that each one of us today choose to be the change we wish to see. To put aside our differences with individuals in certain events, she said this, she did that, and to focus on the most enduring truth of all. There is so much more that brings us together than will ever tear us apart. That's in our mission statement after all. So why don't we recite that together? I want to hear you say it with me. Our mission is to bring together business women of diverse occupations and to provide opportunities for them to help themselves and others
to grow personally and professionally through leadership, education, network support, and national recognition.
We have something so special here in ABWA. Our mission, our heart, must endure for future generations, and it's up to each and every one of us to ensure that legacy. So that 65 years from today, there will be a woman who hasn't even been born yet, standing up here as your national president, sharing how her life was changed by the American Businesswomen's Association. Thank you, ladies. I love you. God bless.
The flower type, and I thought, what the heck, I'm going for it.
Is that a hate crime?
No, but they do make you sing really quite well, don't they? Betty, did you talk to Julie about the color coding of this? It's amazing.
It's a corsage.
It's a Texas mom. We do always have a traditional presidential departing gift. So we have a wonderful clock. You don't have to open that up, but because you'll want to, ship it. And we also included a few other things in the bag for you. Come on up. Don't stand behind me. One of those things is I don't know, maybe it's a 3-pound, 5-pound, 8-pound, I don't know, M&M peanuts, bag of peanuts. Because that's one of the things we do share in common. We pretty much have a fetish for M&M peanuts, right? And then we also had this kind of going back. Lorie opened her home up to us, I don't know, when is that?
When you came or when the board came? When you came?
No, the first trip to Dallas. I think it was the first trip I made to Dallas.
Yeah, you came by for like an hour.
Yeah, so details. It was a memorable experience because I actually met her 2 dogs, saw her pool, her cat.
Trying to help me out here.
All the Elvis paraphernalia or whatever, Elvis stuff. But we also had a bet, and the bet was, look, if she says, I think we could get 1,000 people. I said, okay. And so I said, if you get 1,000 people there, I will buy Teddy, Merv, the dog.
Birch Griffin.
Some actually underwear. And I said 7 days of underwear. Well, we didn't quite make the goals, but I thought, what the heck? Merv needs some underwear. So I would really I'll hold the flowers, you open it up.
This sounds very scandalous, but I'll just have you know that I adopted a very special needs dog that is not exactly house trained, and he looks fabulous in his underwear. Oh, good Lord. Really? Oh. Poor Merv. Teddy's gonna be so glad he's house trained.
For dogs too.
Which really defeats the purpose of a dog that likes to pee in your house. good, a belly band. That's what this is called. And you know, I love animal print. Oh, sure, I'll wear. Oh, wow. This is like Saturday Night Live. Is this like a Japanese slingshot? All right, this is great.
This is a very,
Thank you for the
very
underwear.
small dog.
With a very large heart. Thank you, Renee. I am so touched. It makes all the endless hours and personal sacrifices to my personal life so worth it.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, you know, a couple hundred more people, you would have got 3 more pairs.
There is a reason for everything. I'm glad you're so amused with yourself.
Well, you know, I think this should be a YouTube video, frankly.
It will be.
Isn't everything?
Okay, we also have another gift. We know that you have sacrificed good food for bad food, because I've seen your rooms. And so we would like you to celebrate. We actually have a gift certificate. We know you like Italian, and we hope that you enjoy that gift certificate, maybe with yourself or some of your board sisters, or, you know, mom, sister, dad. And so anyhow, we're so happy that
I think Tina Gandy wants to go.
Tina Gandy. I'm not saying who. You can invite whoever you want, but we hope you enjoy them.
And Vivian, are you in?
It's not that.
She's going to be 86 on election day.
It's not that.
Just in case there's one person who hasn't heard that yet.
Anyhow, let's give Lorie Burch a round of applause. This is the time to celebrate. You heard Lorie talking about it today, this evening. And what I would like you to do is stay tuned. We have a nice band. There is a nice band. There's a cash bar, right? Did I get that right? We have cash bars on some days and not others. Is this the cash bar day?
We have cash bars, we have big.
Cash bar day. Oh, this is a cash bar day. This is a good day in ABWA. So we'll have a cash bar. We have a great band for you. I hope that
I love red wine.
she loves red wine. That'll look really nice with your
She
wine.
can't go yet.
Oh, well, hold on. But let me share with you, the band is Grace Mayer and the Wayward Sons. They'll have CDs for sale. I would hopefully you will celebrate not only your 2013-2014 National Board of Directors, your 28 candidates, all 28 of them, amazing women, and also your 2014-2015 National Board of Directors.
She likes M&Ms. From the current board, Lorie, we just want to thank you for being an amazing leader, for being the Lorie Burch. There is one and only. We can guarantee that. So this is a scrapbook that has donations from all of the leagues in all 6 districts. So we just want to say thank you very much. We appreciate it.
We know how much you love technology, so this is a digital photo album, and it has every photo that we have taken together as a board this year, already loaded and ready for you, and room for so much more that you have left to do. And when all else fails, she has M&Ms.
All right, I think that's it. So come greet us. I did say I like red wine.